Alright. It is time. It is the final Friday night Stickam chat room in this apartment. I'm moving sometime in the next couple days. But for now, it is time to make steak. Let's go. I'm also going to have to do dishes, so bear with me while I do that. Where am I going? What am I doing? Here. Let's put you on the popcorn bucket. There we go. That kind of works. Actually, no, let's put you on the coffee maker. On the coffee maker, you can actually get a full view of the doing of the dishes. Wait a minute. Hang on. There we go. Alright. It's going to be like magic. Oh, this was sent by Stout, actually. One of Rosie's favorite cups. Many moons ago. Let's get some garbage happening here. Some garbage. Some garbage. Garbage, 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 garbage. Alright, first things first, let's get the potatoes going, because potatoes always take a little bit longer. And I like them to be nice and cooked. That makes sense, don't it? Ew. Potatoes are kind of gnarly. They are growing, which is actually good, because if they sprout like that, it means that they didn't use a lot of chemicals on them. So it's actually a good thing if they do that. It means they're more natural or... Alright, well... I just pick off all the sprouts. Actually, this one's really tiny. I guess they're all kind of tiny. I used up the big ones before. Oh well, such is life. Ew. Yeah, I'm not using that one. Gotta use up the rest of these potatoes anyway, so. If you're ever batching it, you're on a budget, potatoes will be your best friend. Nice thing about potatoes, there's a million things you can do with them, and best of all, they're dirt cheap. You get like 20 pounds of potatoes for $5. So, I guess we'll just do them all. Do up all the ones that are left. Some left over for tomorrow. Might as well. There's only a few left. Alright. Ow! Okay, that one's all squishy and gnarly. And this one's kind of Gnarly too. Alright, so these are the 4 best ones of the ones that remain. So, yeah, sorry if there's a little discoloration. It's just this. These are russet potatoes, which are ideal for baking purposes, which is what we'll be doing today. You can actually get like potato scrubbers, like brushes specifically for scrubbing potatoes, but I thought I used to have one back in the day, but I don't anymore. So no drunken shenanigans tonight, for those of you who just tuned in, because I got packed, so I can't really be incapacitated this weekend. Maybe first weekend at the new place. How's that sound? Is that a deal? We'll get hammered next time? Well, unless I got Rosie over, of course, which I very well might. This forky is actually pretty clean. I just used it last night, so. I'm actually feeling a lot better now than I did even just yesterday. I'm eating a lot of yogurt, drinking a lot of green tea, and just generally keeping the energy levels up as much as possible. God, I need to do like all my dishes. So basically, just put them in the oven on the rack. That's it. Nice and simple. Crank it up to 425. And that's good to go for at least a half hour before we put the steak in. Alright, so let's do some actual dishes here. I'll do these in 2 ways. I'll do the bowls first, I'll leave the plates to soak for a bit, and that'll be that. In the meantime, once these are drying, I'll get the mushrooms going, I think. Gotta love the shrooms. As you can tell, I don't pay for water. I actually prefer to do this, I'm a bit obsessive compulsive when it comes to how I do dishes. I prefer to do it this way, rather than leaving dishes soaking in grease and gunk-filled water. Because I just feel like this way they're all getting individually cleaned, individually rinsed, they're getting their own individual soap, and it's just that much cleaner. And somehow I don't agree with the assessment that running water in your tap is somehow bad for the environment. It's fucking water. What's that going to do? If anything, I'm helping preserve the longevity of the pipes by keeping the water flowing. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. That needs to soak again. Pretty nice steak knives, eh? I actually got them, you can probably see the knife set over at the end there. Maybe? Yeah, just there. Part of a knife set. One of the steak knives mysteriously vanished. I don't know where it went to. But, oh well. I'm sure it found a happy home somewhere. In fact, it may still be in a box somewhere from like the previous move. I don't know. I don't know, man. Got it in there. And besides, it's not like dish detergent is expensive or anything. I mean, a big thing like this will last a few months, and it costs like $2 or $3. Or less if you happen to find it on sale that day. So, I don't mind using up lots of dish soap when I do dishes. And some people say I should release a DVD of the Stickam videos. I might do that someday. I could probably fit a shit ton of them on a single disc too, because they're crappy quality. So higher bit rate wouldn't really make a difference. If you want these to be clean, well, the spatula at least, because this is a good old KitchenAid spatula. Great stuff. It's seen a lot of use. You can probably, I don't know if you can see, but it's starting to chip a little bit on the ends there. I do have another one that I haven't used yet, so I might actually be retiring this one soonish. But it has served me well these many years. The new place I'm moving to actually has 2 sinks. So that'll make doing dishes that much easier. I haven't actually had a place with 2 sinks probably in almost 20 years. Oh, maybe not that long, maybe like 15 years. Actually, no. You know what? I think I've only ever had one place that had 2 sinks. I like having 2 sinks. You can put off doing dishes for twice as long. Because they're in the sink. And when that sink fills up, put more in the other sink. There you go. Oh, is that not what the other sink is for? I could have sworn. I only actually have 4 dinner plates. Annetta and I basically divvied up the dishes when she moved out. I got to keep this one though. This is my favorite. It's an awesome plate. That plate rocks. Rocks the Casbah, man. It's funny, I really used to agonize over doing dishes, but now it's like, as soon as I just sort of start doing them, they all get done ridiculously fast. So really, what was I agonizing about? Not that hard. You soak them, you clean them, you rinse them, you let them dry. Okay, so I actually want to use this. Move it over there. This needs to be soaked. Whoa, that moved, didn't it? Alright, is that blocking your view? Here, let me move it a bit. Is that a little better? There we go. So I'm just going to let this pan soak. This is from when I made nachos a few nights ago. I still actually do have enough stuff to make another batch of nachos, which I will probably do sometime this weekend. There's a rosy cup there. My classy wine glasses. I do actually drink wine from time to time. Not that often, but I do enjoy it. And we're going to let that soak in there. Yeah. Okay. So let's move this over here. Actually, I'm going to move this glass as well. Just don't want to knock it over. I love these sponges because it's like they scour on one side and clean on the other, and they really retain the soap. So you can just kind of use it for a whole bunch of dishes before you have to reload on soap. It's great. Yeah, I kind of seared the bottom of my pot the other day. Oops! Coincidentally, while I was making tea, and I put the wrong burner on. So I was like, why isn't the water boiling? But I can smell burning happening. And then I realized it's because this pot with nothing in it was sitting on the burner that I had accidentally turned on. There, can you see it now? And I'll move you guys in a second here. All in all, it's just another dish in the rack. See, like, I still got plenty of soap left in here that I can use for this pot. That's great. All these pots I pre-soaked. It's a matter of... I blame being sick. I was just too damn sick and tired to do dishes. Well, that's okay. They don't take that long to do anyway. Alright, how's the view? Oh, that's an awesome view. You can see so much. All in all, you're just another dish in the rack. There we go. Perfect. You guys can still see okay, right? Awesome. Well, watch this part very closely, because this is the most important thing to remember. I'm not even going to tell you, I'm just going to let you see for yourself. Huh? Did you see that? Wasn't that amazing? Yeah, I know. It's really hard to do that. And I'll probably never be able to do it again, so I hope you were paying attention. Alrighty, so let's move over here, shall we? Alright, so... stove's been cleaner, but whatever. Matter of fact, let's give it a little wipe here. Zaranyzerak cleans his kitchen. A Stickam exclusive. In case you're wondering which burner has the vent for the oven, it's this one. The last place I had the vent was in this one. Oh, come on. There we go. There. That's a little better. Good. Alright. Now, first things first, we want our pre-peeled garlic. I should probably use this up because it's been sitting there for a while. This is great. Got this thing, it's basically a full pound of pre-peeled garlic, all fresh. It was about $3, I think, something like that. I will gladly pay that tiny, tiny premium for the convenience. So, it's also pre-washed, so you don't have to worry about washing it. So I like to cut off the little gnarly ends, just from where it was taken off with the main clove. Ew. I've seen better days. Maybe, yeah, maybe we'll just chuck that one. Okay. I do keep this in the fridge. You want to keep it refrigerated, basically. This is why I'll never be a short order cook or a sous chef, because I chop things really, really slowly. There we go. Cut off a little too much there. Oh well. Just want to cut off a little crusty end there, you know. You know what I mean. I'm sure some people don't. They just leave it on. Whatever. But then I'll show you what I do with this. I used to use garlic powder for this, but I found using these is way better. Gives you much nicer flavor because it's all fresh garlic. Oh, there's a nice fresh garlic waft coming up from that too. Very yummy. Garlic, of course, is one of nature's superfoods. It's great for the circulation and whatnot. Plus, it just tastes so damn yummy. So I like to use this pan because it's the one I've got. It's nice, deep. It's like a frying pan, stir fry thing. Love this frying pan. I've used it for so many things, and it's just awesome. Kind of need to get another one of these days, but this is actually done, so we can. So the first thing we want to do, this is Olivina, which is an olive oil based margarine, which is quite good. Basically take a big slab of it and throw it in there. In fact, we'll put a little bit more in there. Okay. A lot of people prefer to just use butter, and I kind of agree with that, but I don't know, this has a nice flavor to it because it's got that olive oil-ness, you know. I quickly wash this knife here. I will use it again later. There we go. Just try to keep on top of the dishes as we're going. So, just going to let that butter melt, and or margarine melt, and I will be back in just a moment. And welcome back. Sorry, I just had to go wipe my nose. By the way, if you're wondering about all these bags here, this is actually just bags. It is bags of bags. This is bags that I've accumulated during my year here, and essentially they're going to be used for packing purposes, so as like, you know, packing material and stuff like that. And then I'll probably chuck them and just start fresh, because who really needs that many bags? But usually I just use them as garbage bags and stuff. Like here's a couple of things to throw out in a garbage bag, you know, and this is recycle over here. But yeah, the kitchen in the new place is a little bit bigger, I think, so it should make a bit of a difference. So yeah, also because I'm a lazy mofo, I always get the pre-sliced mushrooms. I have another pack of them in here, but they've been sitting in there for a while. I'm not sure. Yeah, they're looking kind of gnarly. I don't trust these ones, so they're getting chucked. These ones I just bought today, they're fine. I have made the mistake of eating bad mushrooms before. The first thing we're going to do is throw in the garlic. And I like the garlic to be kind of soft. So we're going to put that in there and just let it simmer for a little while. While that is simmering, let's get up close and personal while I wash the pan that we're going to use for the steak. I'll put you on my coffee cup. Be honored. Not many people get to sit on my coffee cup. Alright. So we don't need this anymore, so this can go into the recycle. Living on an island, I'm one who believes it is important to recycle because we have very limited landfill space here. And as such, only things that are, you know, decomposable should go into the landfill. So wherever possible, I do recycling. Interesting little bit of trivia, some of you may not know. Recycling is so encouraged here that we actually have bottle depots where you can take empty bottles and cans and jars and stuff, and they will pay you money for those empties for the purposes of recycling them. Like actual cold hard cash. It's like, you know, 10 cents a bottle or something like that, but there's some people that actually make a living doing that. They go around town to all the dumpsters and stuff and collect up empties and take them over to the bottle depot in large quantities, and that's how they live. So I perhaps entertained the idea of doing that once or twice, but I never did. So not much cleaning to do on this pan. It's basically just a little bit of cheese left over from the last batch of nachos. Pretty easy. Scrape it out. Give it the once over with the detergent. Get the greasiness out. Yeah. This is a terrific glass pan. I use it for pretty much everything. One thing that's cool about it is, you know how over time pans will kind of accumulate residue and stuff that you just can't really wash off? It works really well. Easy Off. Yes. Oven cleaner. Just put it in your sink, spray in some Easy Off, let it sit for a bit, and all that accumulated gunk just comes right off. It's fantastic. So once in a while, I'll take this pan, blast it with Easy Off, give it a good cleaning afterwards, obviously. You don't want any of that left over. And then it's good as new again. Like literally good as new. You'd swear it was new. So I did that with my the big frying pan that I just showed you as well, because it had some accumulated residue as well, and it was great. Now it's good as new again. The magic of Easy Off, not just for cleaning ovens. Just make sure if you do use it on pots and pans, that you clean them thoroughly afterwards. You do not want to be consuming any of that chemical. See what it does to food residue? Yeah, it'll do that to your guts. So, I cautiously recommend it. Basically, if you just kind of use a noodle and clean it properly afterwards. So, needless to say, this pan has been cleaned many, many times since getting the Easy Off treatment. Alright, so that is good. So that is good to go. Okay, so let's see how our garlic is doing. The one thing I didn't get, there we go. The one thing I didn't get this time was garlic toast. I like to have garlic toast, but oh, already we're getting that nice garlic smell. That's fabulous. These also are basically pre-washed and pre-sliced and pre-everything. Wonderful for lazy bachelors like me. So we just unwrap that bad boy. And cook it one mushroom at a time. No, that would be ridiculous. So basically just take the whole thing, dump it in there. But don't cook the styrofoam container. It's not particularly tasty. Okay, I'm just curious when these other ones expire. Does it say on them? Keep refrigerated. They don't actually have an expiry date. You just kind of eyeball them. Well, they're looking all gnarly and slimy. I usually take that as a sign that they're no longer good to eat. Alright, we'll stop digging through the garbage now and actually do some cooking. So, first things first. Crap! I'm fine. Everything's fine. Don't worry. I just upset the precarious balance by removing the spatula from underneath all the pots. Alright, so let's just move this over here. So basically pretty simple. You just want to make sure that the moisture of the margarine touches as many of the mushrooms as possible and as much of the mushrooms as possible. Put it all in there. And then as these all simmer together, the wonderful flavor of the garlic will actually get into the mushrooms as well. As I was saying earlier, I used to just do this with garlic powder, but it just wasn't quite the same. It was okay. I mean, it would do the job, but I found that since switching to the fresh garlic, I mean, A, you get that fresh garlic flavor, which just can't be beat, and B, you get whole garlic cloves that you can then enjoy. Like, I love eating whole garlic cloves that have been cooked like that. Like, when I make a slow cooker stew, I always put in fresh garlic cloves, because then they just like melt in your mouth. They're just so wonderful and fall apart tender, almost like butter. Like, you could literally take the garlic from those and spread it like butter. Okay, so then, a gift from Mum. You may recall in the package opening with Rosie. Basically just a nice disposable no-name broiler pan. I specifically metered them out so that I would be using the last one on my last weekend. And then we'll be starting fresh in the new place. So there we go. Steak that I did not thaw in the microwave. I actually let it thaw overnight, and it's still a little bit frozen. That's okay, because it just means the inside won't get overcooked. I like my steak medium rare, so a little bit pink, a little bit bloody in the middle. But, open, damn it. Oh, by the way, this was like a $5 Walmart special. Beef sirloin tip steak. So, not too bad. So I just picked the one that had the highest weight. So I got my full $5 worth, damn it. So these are nice, you know, just good little steaks. I'm actually just going to run them under the water real quick just to soften them up a little bit. Cold water, not hot water. You don't want the water to start cooking them, right? Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's good. Okay. Put that one there. Same goes with poultry or pork. If you want to thaw it, use cold water. Otherwise, the water starts cooking it. And you don't want that. You don't want the tap to be cooking your food. You want the oven to be cooking your food. Come on. Common sense, people. God. Okay. Now, you may be wondering, what does the Z-Man like for seasoning? Well, pretty simple, actually. This is the way my daddy taught me to do it, and this is generally the way I do it. I know some people like their Montreal steak spice and stuff, and I like that stuff too, but usually, pepper, garlic powder. Ta-da! That's it. Well, that's it for the first phase of the spicing, anyway. Now, I must stress garlic powder, not garlic salt. Don't use garlic salt. Don't buy garlic salt. It's a waste of money. People like to get it because, oh, it has the salt already in it. And it's like, yeah, and you're paying a premium for it, and you're getting mostly salt. Not to mention the fact, the salt dries out the meat. It's like, if I want salt, I have fucking salt. I don't need to get more salt in my spices. So if I'm going to pay like $5 for a thing of garlic powder, I want it to be just garlic powder. Anyway, so I just like to put a shit ton on there because I love garlic. And that's basically it. So at this point we're kind of playing the waiting game. Just put that bad boy in the oven. And I guess we'll come back for phase 3 in a little bit. Alrighty, I'm going to go socialize with the gang. Just going to give this one more stir. Yeah, the mushrooms don't really take very long to cook, so I just like to leave them in there to simmer for a while. I put it on, in this case, there's a little below medium. In fact, I'll probably put it even lower than that, just to let it simmer while we're waiting for the steak. And that should be good. Let's give it a little shake to sort of straighten it all out. Make sure all the shrooms are in there. Okay, so I'm actually going to turn it down to about 3.5. Good. Alright. See you guys in a bit. Welcome back, everyone. Food is smelling good. I think it's time to go check on it. Alright. Come with me. Back to the kitchen. Sorry, hold on a second. I'm kind of tangled up here. Wires everywhere. Whee! Terribly sorry. There we go. Okay. Good. Woo! Steamy! Okay. Oh, these are looking good. Real good. Nice garlic smell. Garlic cloves getting all nice and soft. You can tell when they're getting soft when they start to get clear. When they come out of the slow cooker after simmering for like 6 hours, they're basically completely clear. All the garlicness has infiltrated the stew and it's just heavenly. Alright. Another reason I love this pan, having the extra handle there, is very nice indeed. I'm just going to spin this around so that we don't knock the handle. Okay. So, don't mind the bumpage. Got to get the oven mitts. Heavy duty oven mitts. These are great. You could almost stick your hands into fire. Well, not quite, but beware the waft. Okay. So the steaks are coming along nicely. I'll show you what I do with them now. Part of my secret is not to flip the steaks more than once, thus retaining the juice in the steak. So, this is the actual cutlery I will be using to eat. In addition to that, I need a spoon. Spoon! And we need, where is it? Bullseye barbecue sauce. Nothing fancy, none of the fancy flavors, just the bold original. That's what we want. Alright, so just shake that up a little bit. I'm going to turn the mushrooms down to minimum just to let them stay warm. So first thing we do is we put the barbecue sauce. Whoa, not too much. I have enough for both sides. I know some people have a barbecue brush. I don't. I'm kind of ghetto. Just do it up a little more evenly. So I just spread it around with a spoon, and that's fine. It gets it on there. That's all that matters. Oh, you're kind of far away. Here. Hold on a second. Let me get y'all up close and personal, shall we? There we go. Put you on the microwave. Yeah, that's a little better. Now you can see a little better what I'm doing. Just move it up there so you can see a little bit better. Okay. What we do here is basically just spread the barbecue sauce all over. Try to get a little bit on the sides as well, of course. So this will actually be the bottom. I like it to be smothered in barbecue sauce. And throughout a good chunk of the cooking process too, so all that yummy barbecue flavor just soaks right in. It's great. I mean, ideally you probably want to do this at like lower heat, but you know, I can only stand the smell of delicious steak cooking for so long before I want to eat it, so I do it at slightly higher heat. And besides, when it's thawed, it doesn't really matter anyway, because it doesn't take that long to cook. And you're probably not going to notice a big difference. Now we just flip it over like that. And flip that over like that. And we do the same thing. Season. Doesn't matter if it's perfect because this is all going to get mixed in with the barbecue sauce anyway. And more garlic powder. And you can see when I flipped it, all the juices leaked out. It's one of the reasons you don't want to flip it too much, because the juices tend to rise to the top. And if you flip it too many times, you're basically draining off all the juices. You don't want to do that. You want yourself a nice juicy steak. That up a little better. Okay, so then we just slather it all over again. Down the sides there. Kind of anal about getting it covered more or less evenly. Doesn't have to be perfect, but yeah. I know some people like their steak sauce, but I've always been a barbecue sauce fan. At least for a steak. And there's like a garlic barbecue sauce you can get that I find is really good with chicken. Sort of a bachelor four-man ghetto way to make nice roast chicken. Get like a chicken breast with the bone in and the skin on. Slather it in garlic barbecue sauce. And then put it in the oven. Let it cook until it's done. And that's it. When it's done, you got this beautiful crispy chicken with yummy garlicky area, like barbecue flavored skin. Nice and crispy. It's good stuff. I used to make chicken like that all the time. Alrighty, so I'm going to quickly wash the plate that I'm going to be using. So let's go back over here. Do another dish. Just going to do the one dish this time because the dish rack is still full of other dishes. There we go. You saw all the crud that was on here before. 2 minutes of soaking, and it all rinses right off. Put some detergent on there. All nice and clean. And there we go. Good to go. I like this plate because it's got the almost like the bowl rim, so it holds everything in nicely. Especially important when you're eating juicy stuff like steak. You don't want all the juices running away. So, there we go. It's all about the juice, man. All about the juice. Alright. That is that. Put my utensils on there. Yeah. Okay, we're good. Alright. Back to the chat. Nice thing about cooking steak thawed is it doesn't really take that long, especially when you're on high heat. So, yeah. So it should actually be done in probably about 10 minutes. At least done to my liking. Alrighty. See you in the conclusion in 10 minutes or so. Welcome back, everybody. It's steak time. Let's go get 'em. Alright. This is the moment we've all been waiting for. Well, at least I have. Okay. Here we go. Whew. I always forget the waft. Oh, there we go. Check it out. It's getting really hot. Okay, there we go. Let's turn off the oven nest. Now, first things first. Let's grab a couple of taters. Yeah, see, I like it when the baked potatoes are nice and crispy on the outside. And they're nice and ooey gooey good on the inside. Okay, now, first things first, we should probably rearrange things a little bit here. So we don't have to travel quite so far to the plate. I do actually have tongs, but I rarely use them because I'm so unaccustomed to having tongs. So that's okay, we'll just do it this way. And there we go. Put that there. Save that guy for later. I will likely eat both of them tonight. Oh yeah. There we go. So just give it a little swish around, get everything nice and moist. There we go. Piles and piles. The garlic. As much as I do like loaded baked potatoes, I don't have all the ingredients for loaded baked potatoes. So usually I just have butter on them. That's fine. Works for me. Or in this case, the Olivinia. Alright, so just take that off. Good. So, let's see. Grab a butter knife. Ta-da! Try not to flip it onto the floor. Okay. Nom nom. Oh, it's so good. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. Let's take a look here and we'll see. Ow! See how our steak turned out. The hell? What is that clicking? Okay, so let's take a little look-see here, shall we? Look at that. Perfection. Get right in there. Look at that. That is how you do a fucking steak. Alrighty. Just like to cut into fairly small bite-sized pieces. A nice big mushroom or two. Got a couple mushrooms on there. Swab up some of the excess juice. Mission accomplished. One motherfucking awesome steak dinner. See you next time, folks.